Hi, so it's baby loss awareness week this week, so I decided that I'd do a vlog, try to do something a little bit different, maybe get some more people interested and listen to what I've got to say. Um, and today is the first day of baby loss awareness week, although October is baby loss awareness month. The sad thing is I didn't really know this until I lost Findley, which makes me kind of angry at myself that I never took the time to um, like think about other people that might have lost babies. I mean, I've always I've always supported my friends that have had miscarriages and losses in their life, but I actually didn't know anybody that had had a full term stillbirth before me until I'd had mine, and then I realised I do know some people that have had them, but they choose not to speak about them. That made me realise how much of a stigma there is attached to baby loss, and how some people choose not to speak about their loss because it's easier than speaking about it and worrying about what people's reactions might be. So this week, for the first time in 12 weeks, someone I hadn't met them since I was pregnant, and was really quite heavily pregnant the last time I saw them. They decided to completely ignore the fact that I'd lost my son. They actually never even asked how I was, what I'd been up to. They chose to completely ignore that. Now I know that's how people deal with it, and that's their way of dealing with it, and that's fine. But I still found it really annoying. It made me angry that I've been so open about this journey, and it means a lot to me that people acknowledge my son, even if they say something silly. I had someone, like I mentioned in a previous vlog, that in the local shop, who said, I heard about your disaster, and I bet she thought, oh god, why did I say that? But actually I would rather she said that than said nothing at all. So the nothing at all really annoys me. My friend says to me, the only you're only responsible for how you react to people, rather than how people feel and behave towards you. You can't control that. But no, I'm choosing to be annoyed about it, and you can tell it's annoyed because this happened last week, and I'm still thinking about it today. And I wonder how that person feels, whether they realise how they've made me feel and how it's affected me. So I thought I'd do a vlog. So I'm currently sitting in my nursery. I love sitting in nursery. I'm in my rocking chair, and I like being in here because it makes me feel close to Findley, and it's actually like the only room in my house that's probably kind of tidy for doing this. I just thought do a vlog and speak about how things are and how you're feeling about baby loss awareness week and what you're going to do for it. So I had a few things this week that have made me think a lot about baby loss awareness. My friend, I said something, and my friend said to me, you can't say that. And I was like, well, why can't I say that? Because it upsets you? Because what, it's not PC? Like, why can't I say what I want to say? So if I want to say, like, I'm on maternity leave without a baby, so I don't really have anything to do, I'm going to say it because it's the truth. It's what's happening in my life, and I know that people might not like hearing that, but I'm not doing it because I think people don't like hearing it. It's because it's the truth. I've spent an awful lot of my life trying to please people and fit in. I grew up feeling like I was never good enough, and I don't think I'd be the only one out there that feels like that. I think that's quite common nowadays. And I remember when I was pregnant saying to James, I vow to try my hardest never to speak down about me in front of our child. So don't give them the idea that actually it's okay to be critical about yourself, because you should love yourself for who you are. Because I really wanted that, because I'm very critical of myself. And I guess the only two times I ever really felt like I was like really happy with who I was probably when I was pregnant, because I loved it. Um, so so yeah. Gosh, what was I going to say? So I have decided to kind of be really selfish in this journey, and I know I've mentioned it before, but actually there is no right and wrong in this journey. And for people to tell me that I can't say something or I shouldn't say something, actually, you're not on this journey. This is my journey, and if I choose to say something, and that's what I want to say, then I'll say it. And if people have a problem with it, I appreciate that they might not feel comfortable hearing that sentence, but maybe they think about how they react to what I say rather than telling me that I shouldn't behave in a certain way. A lot of people, so a lot of that's made me selfish. So this is, I need to do what I need to do to survive this. I originally thought that I would be able to. I tried really hard to continue to see my friends' babies and stuff, and think that I could do it. But actually, when it came down to it, as time's gone, I found it even harder. So my friend Chalk, she's got a beautiful, beautiful little girl called Myla. Perfect, so cute. And I've got some really good photos of her in my house from when she was little. And I kind of originally thought I'm okay being around her, but actually Chalk and I started our journey for a family around about the same time, and she's got beautiful Mila, and I've got a baby that died 12 weeks ago, when he was 39 weeks. So it's too much of a trigger to realise what could have been versus what journey I actually am on. Same with Katie and Seamus. I really thought I could see them, and I really, really wanted to be part of their life. But again, it's very much a reminder of how things should have been rather than how they actually are, and how my hopes and dreams were kind of shattered with those words that maybe we didn't have a heartbeat anymore. So, it is difficult. And I worry about losing friends, but I know that people will understand what I need, and I, for some reason, think that I should never really be putting myself first, and if I do, I feel bad about it. But actually, on this journey, and I know I keep saying on my journey, but this is what it is. In this journey, I've actually realised that this is about my journey and James, and of course Findley, without saying, and I don't need to mention that he's on this journey with us. But it is about us, and this is truly selfish, and I'm going to be truly selfish, and I'm going to do what I need to do to survive through this, because it is a survival. That's the only way to describe it. The most precious thing has been taken away from you, the life that you created. So you have to survive it, and then continue to hope and dream that you'll get more happiness in your life, because once originally when they're taken away, then it's really difficult. But I'm lucky to have some really good friends around me that understand, and that tell me never hide, never put a brave face on for them, and that really, it sits well with me. And I don't know friends, and I get upset at people getting upset about Findley dying. I don't know why. I'm not sure if it's because I worry that my sadness passes on to other people, or if I just don't like seeing people sad for the loss of my boy. But then I guess it makes me feel that he meant something to them, and that they're upset for him not being here anymore. And I guess I use my blog for him to live through me, and for him to continue to live. And I think a really wonderful blogger I read the other day, she kind of said that that she uses her blog to allow her baby she lost to live. And I guess I do that because everything I do kind of has this little thing for Findley in it. Everything I try and do does seem to have something to do with him, whatever it is. I've applying for things, doing things, and I think, oh, what would he think? What would he do? What would he want me to do? And how would I have brought him up and stuff? And I think he'll forever be that importance to me that I won't ever stop living for him, I guess, in a way. I don't know if that sounds really weird, but you live for your babies. Anyone that's got children live for their kids, and I guess I still want to live for Findley. He was a very, very wanted baby, and what happened is so tragic, but it can't be life defining. Like it can't, I don't want to be this poor girl who lost her baby. I want to be Findley's mum. And I want to do something that makes a difference in life, I guess, and not just make it all be for nothing. But then I realise already how much I've changed. So I speak quite a lot about life before Findley and after Findley, and it is definitely split into two ways. And I'm sure that other warrior mums that have lost their babies will say the same. That life really does change. You see it from a different perspective. I guess life would have changed anyway. With Findlay joining our family, it would have been very, very different. And I was prepared for that. I would have given up anything for him, and I did. I gave up a lot, just to make sure he was okay and he was safe. And a lot of them would say that they give up a lot for their babies, and I speak an awful lot about life after Findlay, and I think I'm definitely a better person since he's been born. Some people might not think that. I think I probably weaned out a few people out of my life that probably were just kind of hanging on, and I seem to spend, like I said, an awful lot of my life wanting to be liked, and I would do things for people, but actually, and not expect a lot in return. I never did things for getting anything in return, but I always put other people first. And worried about how other people were and how my actions would affect others, instead of actually just sitting and thinking, oh, actually, how do my actions and my choices affect me? Because I am actually the centre of my universe, and God, self, it's all these things that people say are you shouldn't be in life. You shouldn't be selfish. Why not? Who says we can't be selfish? Another little thing is, I guess, like I went on Facebook today and I posted up a picture of my little family onto Facebook, James and Findlay and me in the hospital. One of my favourite photos of the three of us. And I've kind of not put it up before because I've been really worried about what people would think, and I guess I was a bit worried about people reporting the photo as inappropriate, and I guess that's because people don't want to see dead babies. And I mean, he's dead. I can't deny that his heart doesn't beat. His eyes never opened. He never cried, but he still lives. And that's my family photo, and it is very precious, and it will be forever. It's my first ever proper family photo of the three of us. And I put it up, and I thought, I wonder what kind of reaction. I wonder if people, I thought, what, it doesn't matter. If people don't want to see it, they can unfollow me. If they think it's inappropriate, they can do that, but that says more about them than it does about me. And I thought, I want to raise awareness about baby loss. I find it really difficult going on social media since Findlay died, because I find it very hard to read people's complaints about things in life that really don't mean anything. And of course I understand that to them it means something, but to me it's so insignificant in the grand scheme of things over actually what is, what are important in life. And I also find it difficult to read about people moaning. And I remember when I think people should double think about what they write on Facebook, because I remember when we were trying for Findlay, and one of my friends on Facebook that I went to school with was pregnant, and she was moaning about morning sickness. And then when her baby was born, she moaned about not getting sleep and about not being able to eat and all this. And I actually thought, you're so lucky. And I feel really lucky. Like, I feel really lucky to be a mum. There's so many people out there that can't get pregnant, that can't carry babies, and I got to carry and grow Findlay until he was a proper little human being, and I got to give birth to him, and I got to experience that. And I really do hope in the future, and I dream very much of like a future family where actually I get to take home my baby, my next baby, and I can't think for 1 minute why I wouldn't. A scary thought maybe, but definitely something that is what I want to do. I want to be a mum, and I always did, and I've written in the past about how I used to lie about it, and I wish I hadn't. Wish I'd been truthful. So Baby Loss Awareness Week, trying to write a vlog. I think this is probably long enough. I'm sure people don't really want to speak to me, listen to me speak for much longer, so I hope it's of some use and some insight. That was my point. Facebook. I struggle in jealousy. Jealous of being of other people's pregnancies and other people's babies, and jealousy is a horrible thing as well. We're told we shouldn't be jealous, but it's not a malicious jealousy. I am happy for people. It's not that I'm not happy for them. It's more, I just want what they have as well. And I feel like I've been robbed of that, because that's how it feels. Like, if that's a genuine deep down, if you peel it all the way back, it feels like someone stole my baby, and robbed me of him, and robbed him of his life and his childhood. Although I am reminded that he does, in my head, I'm very spiritual, that he actually does get his childhood and he is being looked after by my great granny, because that's what I choose to believe, and there's no rules, there's no rights or wrongs. So I guess my message today would be that there is no rights and wrongs in baby loss, and people, well, me and most people I speak to, would rather that you said something about the baby that they've lost than choose not to say anything at all. There is never a wrong or right thing to say, and you'll never upset someone. They've not forgotten that their baby died. That sadness is always going to be with us. So mention them, bring up them, say their name, give them life. Thank you.